Hi, I'm Tom Lynch here at Art Creations to share with you a little tidbit about the art supplies. Boy, if you haven't seen this store, get over here fast. They have all the different art supplies, a wide variety, and more importantly, a great staff to help you out. But while you're looking at watercolor paper, let me give you a little tidbit, little idea, because I could use any paper. I see them all, and there's a reason that I have chosen Gemini. Now that name may not seem real familiar to you at the beginning, but I grew up on Arches. I painted on Fabriano, La Fontainebleau, all those other particular papers, handmade papers, and I have decided to use a particular paper called Gemini. Now it's made in St. Cuthbert's Mill in England. It's distributed by Strathmore, but make sure it has the name Gemini, because what it can do is this. I would like for the paint to not soak in too fast or soak in too far. Reason being that I don't have to paint with such speed and be, in a panic to get going, so that it dries evenly. So it dries a little slower. That's it's a tighter weave and a different kind of sizing, so that it enables me to not have to rush and paint so fast, and so it's going to set. Now there's another particular characteristic. It's whiter. So if you leave some white paper, if you like having a feeling of sunlight, in your painting, you'd want a paper to have a little more white characteristic. And it's not white by what they call fluorides. It's just a good quality white paper. Now it's durable, and that's a big thing. Real durable. So much so that you can scrub and you can rub. And I'm going to give you just a quick little example of where, after I've painted and the color is dry, because of this Gemini paper, I can re-wet color and lift it off very, very easily, because it didn't soak in as far or as fast. And so watch this particular aspect. So just a brush and a little bit of water and a cloth towel. And I'll pick out an area in the painting, and we'll just make it real simple here for you to see. So I'm re-wetting one section over here as though there were two stems or branches, coming out of this basket. And so I have wet that area and let it set for 10 seconds, about that amount of time. Then take a cloth towel, not paper towel, cloth towel, and blot it a couple of times. Blot it again, and take a look. If you can get in close to this is going to amaze you fast, because you won't believe as to watch how I can rub, and off came the color. I can rub again, and off came the color. So I was able to, afterwards, lift off the color in that area. I did the same thing over here and over here. If you'd like a little highlight, say over on this apple, I can just touch it with water, and because the paint didn't soak in, I can then let it set 10 seconds, blot it a couple times, and watch a little highlight on the side of this apple reappear. See how easily that color comes off? That is primarily because the paint didn't soak in real far. It works the same on whether it's 300-pound weight or whether it's 140-pound weight. So this happens to be a sheet of Gemini watercolor paper, distributed by Strathmore, and that's what I like most, is how easily I can remove the color later. And here's another big one. No one can match this. Once I've done the lifting, I can repaint in that particular area, where other papers, if you rub, you've rubbed off maybe the color if you could, and some paper along the way, and there's no sizing left. So you can't go back and repaint in that section. And so what you see is some of these light value sections, say a little bit of the tree over in there. That was dark, like above my hand. And I was able to wipe off some color once again, and then repaint a green in that particular area, or repaint some of the areas here where you see the rows of the field in the background. So with this Gemini paper, I actually can create art by taking away color later on. So I don't have to worry about protecting it all the time, painting around, or using, liquid Frisket or whatever. So it's a real durable, handy paper. Rays of sunlight can happen in a painting by just a trigger spray off of the dry color. So that's rather unique as to how easily color can come away. And I've tried it on a lot of papers. Either you can't get it off as easy, you have to almost lift weights to be able to get it off, and then if you did, you almost tore the paper, and as I said before, all the other papers you can't repaint where you can lift off color on the Gemini. So, if you're a painter that would like to have that option available to you, I mean, other papers are good papers, but you have to get it right, and you have to plan ahead, and you don't have the chance of fixing a mistake. So that's why I think the Gemini, for a lot of painters, really handy and flexible. And advanced painters now have a whole new way of creating art by taking away the color instead of just putting darker layers over lighter ones. Hey, I'm Tom Lynch again at Art Creations, happy to share with you a couple little tidbits for you to kind of get smarter, get better, but have fun painting. See you in a workshop soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.